welcome to the first ever live podcast of That Coffee Show. Now, I'll say it's That Coffee Show, but it's just coffee guys talking and we had come together on like the intro, and I know it's a great song. Oh, there we go. Demonetized straight away. Yeah. Paul McCartney is like, thank you very much. I'll take that.
Oh, Smooth FM.
But yes, because we have like three roasters on the Central Coast coming together for a live event. And I think that's really cool.
That is really cool.
That is really, really cool.
Very cool.
So I'm going to introduce the panel in a second. You guys probably already know them because you've seen their faces around everywhere on all of the posters. You know, we've been out and about.
Great posters.
They are. Shout out to Tay for the poster. But yes, really, really good. But thank you guys for coming along. We're going to ask some fun questions. Maybe fun questions.
Maybe.
I've got questions for you, but we could stay on script. We could go off script. That's okay. But before we get too far into it, let me introduce our esteemed panel.
Esteemed.
Okay. What was that? Not good enough?
That's fantastic.
Esteemed was as good as I could.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So starting right here next to me, this is Hannah Ryan from the Morning Coffee Society, or Mokaso, who, by the way, are about to open their new part of the store tomorrow. So I really appreciate... Yes, give her a clap.
Yep. I feel really awake.
I appreciate that Hannah has made the effort here because I know what it's like when you are hustling to get something open the next day. I cannot believe that you made it, but I feel very honoured.
To the end. You know what? For you, I'd do just about anything.
Just about. Right.
Just about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But I just still appreciate it. And next we have Pete Andrews from Legend Coffee. Legend is at West Gosford, and also they have a store in Terrigal. Yep. So another Central Coast legend. Yeah.
Good
Pete.
to be here.
Yeah. How long have you been roasting up on the coast now for?
It is 6.5 years. Roughly.
My gosh. I was like, I wanted to say 5.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's 6.5.
I think 7 years since we signed the lease, and then,
Wow. Oh my gosh.
3 months, 4 months, 5 months to build that thing. But
a bit slow.
Yeah, it happens.
How long did your one take?
Yeah, it's getting
No, we're good. It's all good.
It's fine.
Dig that hole a bit more.
Yeah, it's true. And thank you, Pete, for being here.
No
and we have Elle from Local Hero Coffee Roasters, and they are at Erina for the roastery, and they also have an outlet, the OG store on the... I'm going to say the entrance road, I'm showing my age, on the Central Coast Highway in Baddo Bay. So welcome, Elle.
Thank you.
And then last but certainly not least, and you will know by the end of this panel, because Caleb is definitely not the least of us here. He is personality wound up. Red personality, I like to say. It's good. Pete's got a bit of red in the beard, but like Caleb's winning the red.
Pressure's on.
Nah, no pressure at all. So here we go. I need more coffee already. Clearly not caffeinated enough. Not good enough. But anyway, we have Caleb here. Caleb's from Green Square, which is an incredible roasting platform. He is also a part of Sanitarium. And last but not least, or ADC, sorry, I should say. Yes. It's not a secret, is it? It's not a secret.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, separate company.
Oh, right.
Separate team.
I knew
Definitely
that.
separate team.
That's
So
fine.
ADC, alternative dairy company.
And then Sanitarium, which is your Weet-Bix. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
I guess.
I literally sound stupid.
No, you are not stupid.
But I mean, it's great.
And last but not least, he is also the other half of Local Hero. So if you didn't know that Elle and Caleb are together, So
She hasn't got away yet.
This
She hasn't got away yet.
yes. So
Hopefully the panel goes well.
they are a partnership, and not just a partnership in business, but in life.
That's so
That's
sweet.
beautiful.
At least as far as I know, guys. Unless something's like gone
could be
down really
so
recently, and then that could be really awkward.
Oh, no, we just found out they broke up.
It'd be like,
Just broke up yesterday.
this seems like no better time to announce it than live.
No, she hasn't kicked me yet, guys. We're still good. Let's see how we go. I'll try and not embarrass her too much on the pod.
Yeah, we'll
So-
see how this goes, hey?
He's hanging in there. So anyway, give our guys a big clap. And if you don't know me, well, my
Too bad.
name is Ben Gleeson, and I am a owner of Glee Coffee Roasters. So in this little space, and also the host of this show tonight. So bear with me. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. But that's who I am. And I've been a part of coffee for way too long now. It's gone really, really, really quick. So Pete's saying 6.5 years. I'm like, oh my gosh. But also, you know,
How long for you?
since 2004. So
That's a long time.
who here wasn't born in 2004?
No, we
Please
won't
don't
ask
bring
that
your hands up.
question.
Yeah, you're right. So you wouldn't see like Y2K. You're like, what the heck was that?
Can we just go,
That was a thing.
what were you before?
Before 2004.
Yeah.
I worked for Singapore Airlines.
Thank you. There it is. It was a flight attendant.
Not a flight attendant.
The exits are.
But yes. But let's go with that story. I was a flight attendant. And yes, Singapore Airlines, now more than ever a great way to fly.
Do you still work for
That
them?
was our
Not
OG
getting
slogan.
commission from this at all.
We shortened that because that was a little bit of a mouthful too. A great way to fly. It was good. Okay. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the questions, guys. So I'm going to start by directing this question at Alicia and Hannah. Okay, so both of you. Okay, so
Hit me.
here we go. How are you, as cafe owners, navigating the cost of living crisis and the broad rise in operational expenses? We all know this. And what specific adjustments, whether that be pricing, staffing, sourcing, or menu changes, have you had to make to keep your cafe viable in this challenging climate? Whew, that is a big
Great
question.
question, Ben.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time on that.
I wish I had had more sleep for that question.
Well, you know.
Would you like to start?
I can...
Go
Come
for
on,
it.
Elle, don't be shy.
Okay, well, great question. Not so much the romantic side of things, I guess,
Yeah.
in the coffee world, but
A little dirty to start.
yeah.
Not the coffee.
Oh, no, that's beautiful.
Okay.
So I actually opened our first store in COVID lockdown. So this has been, I guess, a big focus for me from the beginning. I guess with my experience and my background before opening my cafe, working in so many bars and helping so many business owners with, I guess, workflow and procedures, I kind of had that insight. I was able to set up my bar so that, I guess that everything just flows super easy, and getting procedures in locked really tight, I guess has helped with that as well. But we keep a super tight menu, and we change it every 6 months so I can keep an eye on like cost of goods and stuff. And then I guess our biggest cost is our green coffee, which I'm super lucky to have Caleb.
Yes, we will get
Now we
into
know why you were
a little bit later, yes.
But I've been super lucky with that, having his insight into like when to lock in contracts and whatnot, so that we can, I guess, keep an eye on our costs there, because that's been super challenging lately, as everyone I'm sure knows. But yeah, I think just the main three things is like workflow,
Yeah.
the menu, and like procedures is huge. Like I guess every wall in our space has got like a list of procedures. So like anyone can just walk in and be like, oh, great, this is how you make any item on the menu, how to clean every surface of this place. And I think just having that in place has really helped keep costs down and minimal because you can have, I guess, less staff and
more skilled staff that can follow the rules. So less time wastage. Totally. That's really good.
Yeah.
And
time is money. Well, I would 100% agree with everything you said. Way to start, thanks. No, so I agree. We've actually cracked down massively on procedures and what's going in things like how matcha and things like so expensive. I don't know if anyone's bought matcha lately. You think coffee's expensive? Matcha. Yeah. Jeez. Oh my Lord.
A few nods in the crowd in the audience.
Like, don't come at me when the prices go up. That's all I'm saying. So we've obviously had to knuckle in because this is a really expensive product, and if people are overdoing it, like you're wasting money. If they're underdoing it, X, Y, Z. Same thing. Like you said, with procedures, as long as you've got your coffee down, your matcha down, your teas down, all your fluid costs that are going out to customers are well weighed and understood and measured, that is a really good way to keep on top of it. The other thing, which I can't believe I took this long to do, call up like your electricity and gas people. I just saved $2,500 a quarter.
Oh my gosh.
Just by switching a quarter. I will just point that out in one swift movement. And I just went,
I'm not a mathematician, but that's like 10K a year, right?
No.
It might be.
I couldn't believe it. It's sneak. I am sounding so uneducated here, but it creeps up.
Yeah.
And nobody tells you and it just keeps going up. Anyway, rang them up because obviously we just said we're expanding. So I was like, okay, I probably need to hook the power up at some point. So did that, and then the guy was like, oh, by the way, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. So that's a good one. Also, play your suppliers off each other. I know that sounds really nasty, a little bit dirty, but so is. Oh, no.
That's
I
all
would
right.
never.
They're all charging a lot.
I would never.
But yeah, other suppliers definitely.
What is it? That 7 miles or whatever it is. Every time that dude comes in, I'm like, oh, wrong
Shout
tree.
out to Chris if he's watching.
But he's amazing. I actually really like Chris,
Yeah,
but
Chris
like
is
wrong
great.
tree.
Yeah.
Wrong tree to bark up. But that's fine. We love Glee.
Chris, you've got enough, mate.
Back off. No, I'm kidding.
He gets his national sales champion all the time. So
Does he? Oh, stop.
Come on, Chris. Give us all a break, mate.
Honestly. But anyway, play your supplies off each other. It sounds really bad, but also it's for the best for the business. So we used to use Bid Food for everything, and then Red Funnel came through, and then they did a full price adjustment, and then the other one caught on to the other one, and then they dropped it. I'm like, dudes, start at the lowest point. If you can keep going down, start at that point. So anyway, we have saved so much money just playing supplies of each other. Same with bins. Like I noticed our bins were going up in price. Like I think I started at like $650 sort of like a fortnight, I think it is, or something like that. I don't know. This is like probably not even real.
I'm going to say that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Bins are so expensive.
But do you want to know what else? It then went up to $1,200. And I was like, excuse me, absolutely not. And so I ended up finding like apparently there's like, you know how you have your electricity people that like compare the market people? Well, there's those for bins, right? So compare
the rubbish.
Compare the rubbish.
All right.
Yeah, so that's a real thing.
That's
so
a thing.
I talked to one of those people and they're like, oh, I could get you this rate. And so instead of just saying to my bin supplier, hey, I can actually get this rate, he goes, it's in your contract, I have to match it. And I went, amazing. Dropped all the way back down again. Wow. I was like, all these little things. What I will point out is that dirty little thing called staffing. So many people say like, cut your staffing costs, cut this, cut that. It can't be at the detriment of your business because ultimately your business is what makes you money and the money is what pays these people.
Great advice.
So many places I go, they decide to just hire a whole bunch of young people.
Yep.
Great, I get it. They're cheap, they're nasty. They also are not confident. They can't talk to adults and they can't deal with issues. You need adults running your business.
Yep.
In my opinion, I will not waver on staff costs. Yes, I think juniors are great, but ultimately, at the end of the day, your baristas are basically paid the same as your POS people, basically as your kitchen people. They have a head on their shoulders. They can deal with conflict, and that like reflects upon your business so much better.
Wow.
So it's not a place I will negotiate as far as staffing goes.
All
you
right.
need adults in your business.
You do need adults. You need adults in the room.
Need adults in the room.
And,
So, yeah.
And as long as your percentages are,
Yeah.
you're working within your percentages, right?
As long as you're working within your percentages. But I think that overall, in my experience, shows at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, often 3 of your highest paid staff members will run as opposed to putting on 5 or 6 juniors.
Yeah.
So you are much of muches, but there's this thing in your mind that just because they cost less, it is less. It's actually not. And on the flip side of that, which I'll back you up on, is your menu, which I changed at 9 o'clock this morning and got printed after 3 hours to then have ready for tomorrow. Yes, reusing your products. So making sure you don't have random stuff on random items and menu costs.
And when you say reusing, just to clarify.
Oh, yeah, like not out of the bin. No, not out of the bin. No. Okay, so like if you're using
You mean
halloumi on
yes,
one,
that's
maybe
right.
use it on another. You know, like
Share ingredients.
ingredients,
yes,
product
yeah,
sharing.
yeah.
Yeah, not out of the bin. I highly recommend you don't do that.
Look, we are all a part of reuse, recycle,
Yeah,
whatever the other one is. but
Not food.
Not
no.
at that point. Yeah, no.
Central Coast Council, I
Just
do
to
not
clarify.
pull things out of the bin. No, but if you
Oh my gosh, you definitely don't.
no.
And your food is amazing.
Thank you. So it's just reusing the products you're already using within. So if you're using kale, use kale on more things. If you're using halloumi, use it on more things. If you've got mushrooms, use it on more things. Don't have like 1 meal lamb, 1 pork, 1,
Yeah.
I don't know, Brazilian butt nuts. I don't know. Whatever it's going to be,
I haven't had Brazilian butt nuts, but
reuse your products.
but basically what you're saying is
Yeah.
simplify the ingredients
Simplify.
to essentially help keep things efficient, minimize waste.
Yes, that's it. And
which
you
is
preps
great.
less too, which is
And then portion
great.
size, guys. Portion size.
I'm
size. So
horrific at portion sizing. Do not come at me with portion sizing.
it's true. Hannah's a little
I
bit
like
too
to feed
generous.
the masses.
Yeah, I do the same.
Yeah.
It's really hard because like you're there and you're like, but they might want more.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what would I want?
but
I'd want a bit more of this.
And then it comes back and you're like, ooh. Anyway.
We're too generous. We're all too generous here.
We
That's
are.
fine.
We are.
All right. Well, great
that tick
answers,
that
guys.
box?
That's huge. Like, there's a lot of really good advice
That's
there.
what she said.
We're live, Hannah. We don't have a delay, just so that you guys know.
I thought there was. Is there not cutting?
There's no cut. There's no cut button.
I swear I was told there was cutting.
We're not that advanced. We're advanced. We're not that advanced. Okay. Wow. All right. This question's for you, Pete.
Hello.
We got to get Pete talking.
Okay.
So, as a wholesale roaster, Pete, how has the cost pressure of green coffee impacted your operation? Has it pushed you to explore alternative revenue streams, such as expanding your online presence or maybe offering more retail cafe support products? And how are you adapting in that market?
Yeah.
Sorry, they're juicy
that whole
questions.
question.
They're juicy
Oh, mate.
questions.
It's juicy.
Feel free to just take a little bit of
Yeah.
that question and chew on it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll probably go off menu. But yeah, the green price has been, the whole green market's just been wild. And Caleb will get into that later a lot as well, I'm sure. But it's like, it's kind of really messed around with how do you think you're going to grow, because it's not just about the price of coffee being more, it's about there being less coffee to get as well in a price where you can compete within the market at that wholesale pricing. So you're sitting there in this spot where it's like, I can make my profit off what you were paying up to about, well, contracts we locked in 6 months ago, but 9 months ago. But anything new now, like we've got contracts locked in for a year, 2 years, things like that. But that's for our customer base, right? So we have this customer base who we supply, allowing for a bit of growth. It's been a scary time to lock in contracts because it's so expensive. So you're thinking, oh, I don't want to lock in, you know,
Too much
like
because
I don't want to
it
predict
could-
growth that I
it
may
could
not
drop.
have.
Yeah, and
you know?
and the market could drop, and you could,
then
you know,
so then you're paying too much because you've locked into this price. But like where it's got to is, or where I've got to is I'm like, okay, I've locked in these contracts. I've got these customers that I've, you know, built these relationships with over the last 6 years who we supply wholesale, and I'm going to look after them. They'll keep paying a price based on what I am buying it at. But I had to realize that if there's any new customers coming along now, they actually don't get the pricing of those contracts that I've locked in for the customers that we've been loyal to for that long. And the new ones are like, actually just have to base that on the current market because I'll have to contract new coffee at what the pricing is now. So it means you might be paying $3, $4, $5 more a kilo than some of my other customers to get wholesale right now. So then you start thinking, well, is wholesale going to be the growth area? It's kind of scary little industry right now. You kind of, more than ever, I see cafes up for sale. Like the amount of people who are up for sale constantly that I hear about, and cafes closing, like you see that happening. And so, and all kind of different businesses. But when you see that, then you're going, okay, well, I would rather focus on looking after the customer base we have and then maximizing what can we do with our own retail sites.
Yeah, good call.
So realistically, it's like, well, and this is actually taking some advice from Caleb from his whole Green Square like rants that he has on TikTok or whatever.
It was almost a compliment until he said rants. I was like, oh, that's lovely.
And then he went TikTok. He's just like sticking the knife in subtly, right? Not that there's anything wrong with TikTok, but I don't know.
We'll get to that later.
But yeah, there could be. I don't know.
Maybe.
Is that a question later?
It could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. But I've lost my trail of thought.
Sorry, Pete.
Sorry, mate.
I hate that.
There's something about how awesome I am and how much you love me.
It was probably one of the only things that really like stuck with me that Caleb said. But it was no, there's lots of things. You're awesome, Caleb. I love you.
Ouch.
We get along very well. It was the timing now for like roasters is like it's not time to regrow. It's time. What was it? How do you say? I don't know how you said it.
It's traditionally in the coffee market for roasters, it's been about growth. So it's like, how do we get the next kilo? How do we get the next ton? How do we grow our business? How do we expand our wholesale? And that was always the mantra pretty much forever in Australia. But those times are over right now. And it's about survival. So how do I actually service the market I have? And exactly what Pete's talking about there is how do I maintain the customer base I have and service them and ensure that this is a profitable structure for me to survive? It's not about the next kilo. It's about making sure another kilo doesn't leave right now.
Yeah.
And it's a really hard mentality to take because we've all been trained for years about growth. Where's the next kilo coming? And the good operators and the way we're having to think about it now is how do we make sure 1 kilo doesn't leave? And how do we enforce with our current like network to help them grow rather than find the next cafe? It's about how do I help my cafes grow and my network grow. So it's a massive shift. It might not sound like much, but it's a fundamental change in the market, which is challenging.
Yeah. And so that's sort of survival. And you don't want to be in survival mode. Like that's not fun.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, how do you make survival mode fun? Then that's what's there. It's okay. We got to focus more on creating maybe different new blends. Like I'm constantly thinking, do I want to add a third blend into our range? And what would I call it? And what coffees would I use? Would I base it on Gossi and just make it like a darker version of Gossi? And like, and then I'm opening up to a new market because we tend to roast a bit lighter with how we do our roasting.
Sure, yeah.
And, but so I know there's this market of people that I'm probably missing out on. So maybe I go into that. But then you're also, what are your values? Are you going to stick to them through all this? How do you actually, how you view the coffee and what your whole philosophy is behind roasting? Do you compromise? Do you not? So then you get all these I find myself going around in circles all the time.
They're questions a lot of people in the industry are asking themselves at the moment, Pete. Yeah, you're not alone in that, but
that's good to know.
Yeah. But no, it's really valid. And what you guys were saying, consolidation. So basically looking after the cafes and the cafes that have been loyal to you, making sure that you're taking care of them in this time. And I think that's really important as well, is like as coffee roasters, how can we support our wholesale customers, make sure that they're surviving the best that they can as well. So we're supporting them the best way. But then obviously retail, as coffee roasters, that's a really good revenue stream because that's somewhere where we've still got some margin.
I was looking
Making
at
survival fun. That's going to stay with me for a while.
Yeah, cool.
It's like parenting.
Survivor's a good show.
Like
I am a dad, so-
I'm like replaying and making survival fun.
Yeah, I like it. It just came out. I've never said that.
Like
It was just like
word vomit just came out. I'm like, that is my.
What are you talking about? You called me 3 days ago to practice that line, Pete. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
It's
and also,
amazing.
we'll
Makes
play
you
that
so
back
fun.
later, but I'm pretty sure I heard a whisper of TM under it. You know?
Get
Pete's
on
like,
that.
no, I've got that one.
Yeah, that's all yours.
But that is really
Sorry,
nice. And yeah, good answers. Good answers, Pete, and good answers, Caleb. All right, on to the next one. We've got to move on. I've got a few questions here to get through. So as we all love talking.
Is there a chance we can get some of that water?
Please.
Can I just crawl and get it?
Just grab it now. Nobody wants...
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
You just be aware you're like right in my camera angle right now. Just, it's okay, but you...
This is what we call hospitality.
Yeah, that deserves a clap, guys. You know what? I also want to flag with you I'm going to ask a couple of audience questions. So thank you, Hannah. Oh my gosh. Some good questions, because I also have a few Lucky Door prizes. And they're pretty good. They're actually pretty good. Yeah, so think.
If I come up with a question, can I get the prize?
You might. I don't know, Pete. We'll think about it.
I've got lots of questions for Caleb.
For Caleb? Look, save the soccer talk.
We all.
All right. Okay, so where was I? Oh, this is a juicy one. This is a juicy hot topic. So for any cafe owners, they're all probably feeling this at the moment. So this is to any of you guys, but feel free to jump in. All right, raising coffee prices. So this is in the cafe. Raising coffee prices can be intimidating, especially with loyal regulars. What practical advice would you give to cafe owners who know they need to increase their prices but are hesitant or afraid to do so? I know this is a hot question and Caleb's like just hanging. You wait, Caleb. I know you've got a rant coming.
I'll wait.
When you figure it out, just let me know.
All right. I wasn't expecting that from Hannah, but okay.
No, I think you just got to rip the Band-Aid off at some point. However, yes, it's harder with your loyal customers, but also your loyal customers know you the best. It's actually your little Karens who come in and decide that all of a sudden it must be too much. It's actually them that worry me more than my regulars. The regulars, you get on your knees. I'm sorry, I love you.
The people who aren't your customers are the ones you're worried about?
Issue.
Yeah, the ones who don't come to you anyway?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and then all of a
nice.
sudden they're like,
Great.
oh, that's gone up a little bit. And you're like, how would you know? I've never seen your face before. Yeah. They are
That's an
often
expensive coffee.
more. But have you been to Macca's lately? I'm pretty sure I just spent more on my regular size there. Thank you very much.
And look, I don't want to be the person that picks on matcha.
Do not start me on matcha.
It seems like no one's too upset to pay a lot of money for that, right?
They will pay anything for a good matcha. They will also TikTok about it, speaking of, whether it be good or bad. They will get on their little matcha bandwagons and absolutely take you up or take you down. So matcha's a very sensitive subject for
Okay,
me
so
currently.
to cafe owners out there,
Don't talk to me about matcha.
make sure your matchas are good as well, okay? Not just your coffee, matcha.
Apparently, cafe owners these days need to be good at everything. You need to have number one coffee, number one matcha, number one tea, number one food, and number one service. And if you don't meet all five, your atmosphere rating's the only thing got you going.
You're cancelled.
That's
You're
it.
cancelled. There you
That's
go.
it. You're done. Look, there is no great way to do it. We have, I call a grace period in whenever we put things up. And that is to our regulars because they know us so well. And that is, the ones that often come in, they've already got the right amount of money or whatever it might be. And you go, you know what,
Don't worry
today
about it.
it is what it used to be for you. And you have that grace period for them. And if they have questions, you have those answered for them. And ultimately, end of the day, they are also living in a cost of living crisis as well. They understand the rising cost. They understand you wouldn't be doing it because you just don't like them or you're out there to make money. You're employing upwards of, 16, however many people you might be employing. You want to keep them in the business as well and keep their roof over their heads. So ultimately, I think most people would understand why you did it, but it's just having that grace and that understanding and the flexibility, I think, to be able to explain it as they are a human.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Not as a business transaction.
Yes, it is what it is.
That's probably more what I'm getting at. Yeah.
And I think the climate is changing. You know, people are getting it. I think it was a bit jarring at first, right? But I think that's settled. Coffee was the punching bag for a little while with the cost of living for whatever reason.
Matcha.
It's like not Cadbury. $8 a block with shrinkflation. And I think us as the coffee industry have stitched ourselves up because we tell everyone the size of all of our products.
Yeah.
So I was like, we can't shrink those cups, guys. We can't shrink them. They can shrink the block of chocolate.
Yeah.
We cannot shrink that. We can't shrink a kilo.
Well, we can
a
bring
kilo's
the base,
a kilo.
The base of the cup could come up a little bit. So it looks like a
Pete,
12
you're
ounce.
onto
Like- it's
something.
like Tom
Actually a
Cruise's
9
heel.
ounce.
You're onto something.
And if it's a 9 ounce, then you can lower the dose of your coffee
Yes.
and the amount of milk. So,
Okay, we could be onto something.
Let's just
go.
rort the system.
We'll talk about that
How else
afterwards.
can we
Inflated
rort
bag
the
of
system?
Yeah, we'll take that offline. We are live. So that's sneaky.
So we can't edit that out, is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
we can't edit that out.
Cut
Yeah.
that.
We're caught out.
Elle, have you got any tips for people raising their prices?
Yeah, so I think with my last price increase, which was only like maybe a month ago, this was my most nervous one. But people were so understanding because it's everyone's talking about it in the media at the moment, so it's such a hot topic. Everyone was so understanding, and with my regulars, as you said, I'm so sorry. The price has gone up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know
Had
what to
to
say.
at some point.
Like, and they're like, it's fine, we understand, and they're like, oh, okay. But I haven't had anyone question it yet. Usually there is the odd Karen who comes in.
Sorry, Karens.
Who you've never seen
Sorry to
before.
the good Karens.
Sorry to the actual nice Karen.
I actually, one of my favourite customers is a Karen. She's the most. She sent me a postcard from Germany just to be like, "We miss you." Like, she's so beautiful. So there is good Karens.
That's gorgeous.
But yeah, I think people are pretty understanding. I think with the media being all over it and everyone saying it's going to cost $12 for a coffee, when you go to $6.50, they're like, "Oh, is that all?" You're like, "Oh, okay."
So it was strategic from the media, maybe.
So the media did something good.
They did us a favour
Well,
when they did that.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this was the first
Soften
time.
the blow.
This will be the first time that I've actually seen all the media hype and actually gone, hey, it's real. Because it feels like every few years there's this cycle of like, coffee's going to be blah, coffee's going to be blah. It never actually happened. But this time it was like, oh, actually, this one's...
Whoop, there it is.
They're actually telling the truth this time. That's
The
weird.
person who cried wolf, yes. And,
Yeah. But yeah, it is a
but
good
it's true.
opportunity.
You go, oh,
chomping.
actually. And it was the same like that with the green coffee, by the way, too, because there was always the doom and gloom guys going, oh, Brazil's, they're not having a good season. And you're like, yeah, sure. And then it finally landed and you're like, ooh, ouch. Right. Okay. We got there.
Is it the broken clocks right twice a day?
Yeah.
whatever it is? Yeah.
Eventually the doom and gloomers got it
And
right.
it's like, oh, you're right.
You're like, damn it. All right, Caleb, I know you want to say something about this, so...
Okay. Obviously, everyone covered it. The biggest thing I'll always say is, as a cafe owner and operator, you're at the coalface of your business and your heart's on your sleeve. That's why we do it. That's why we're in hospitality. So it does hit you. You can hear everyone here who's having to put their prices up and it hits them. It's the confidence to understand that you're worth it. And it's about the blinkers right now, because there's always this invisible boogeyman of what if I put them up and they leave? What if I do this and I do this? Your cost of goods and your margins are your Bible, your everything for your business right now is that. If you can't afford to turn the lights on and keep your staff employed, then we stop right now. So back yourselves, trust yourselves, and know that you're adding value. They come to you for a reason. They enter your shop every day, not just because you're the cheapest, because you do other things for them. You're polite, your service, your quality, your consistency, all the things that you provide are valuable and you deserve to earn a healthy living. So don't be afraid to do it. Back yourselves. And I'm the one who annoys these guys and literally tells them every week, I'm like, why you put your prices up? But it all comes from communication as well. It's how you communicate to your customers and you bring them on that journey. Obviously with Alicia, she was giving updates on social media about when she was booking coffees. So I was like, hey, you've got 2 elements in one of your blends. I was like, I booked this one. I'm going to be booking another one soon. When I do that, then I'll have my prices locked for this long and we're going to have to make an increase. So open communication just makes them part of the journey with you. But my biggest thing is confidence. Back yourselves. Back yourselves. You're worth it. Put your prices up.
He says
Preach
it's a very confident human being.
That's my job to ensure it on all of you. Back yourselves. You add value to these communities and we want you to be there. Consolidation's happening everywhere in the market right now in coffee. We're seeing it at the very far end of like producers getting consolidated, traders getting consolidated. We're seeing roasters in Australia getting consolidated. We're seeing cafes getting consolidated. We are going to lose our independence and the value of our industry if we don't back each other right now.
Yeah.
So back yourselves and know that your community will back you because everyone's going through it. So yeah, I get a little bit passionate, sorry.
I could
We
listen
love
to
that,
all
right?
day. Well played.
Yeah, well said.
That's a round of applause.
That's why I saved that one till last. I knew Caleb had something
I feel
for
like
us.
You feel like this now, you know? Like,
And that's a great response. So back yourself, guys. And then just even from a perspective of global coffee prices, Australia has been way too cheap for way too long. Yeah. And if we want to, as consumers, as roasters, continue to do well on a global stage, people need to pay for good coffee. Otherwise, what will happen is roasters will buy cheaper products. We won't get the good coffee coming to Australia. And then as consumers, we will fall behind. We won't get access to the good stuff. We need to pay. And it's not a lot more. It's just paying the right amount. So it's not a lot more. But the difference between that and us, serving average coffee is, it's not a lot. So we've got to just be able to be comfortable to pay for people to pay for what the coffee is worth in Australia. All right. Yeah. So great, fantastic, so good, guys. Really, really good. Okay, shifting gears. We're going to go across to social media and brand building. Yay! Isn't that fun? Why does everyone groan when we talk about social media? It's like it's supposed to be the fun stuff, right? But it was fun why does it feel like such a chore? It is a bit of a chore. And okay, so here we go. Official question. Social media plays a huge role in our cafe culture today, and matcha culture as well.
Doesn't it? Bloody TikTok.
Now, I will say you're all quite savvy from a business perspective on your social media. Can you share any specific strategies or examples of how social media has helped your business, number one, whether through storytelling, community building, I love community building through social media, or any sort of specific marketing campaigns? The room goes quiet. The room goes quiet.
I mean, social media, look, it is fun and we do groan because I think when you've got a mountain of other things in your life, to then have to be upbeat and on top of what's happening in the world just seems way too much some days. But look, I started really strong. I feel like if you have a good basis for your ethics, your morals, who you are as a business, have those locked in to your non-negotiables and you build your social media from that. You don't sway off that. You keep on that. So we sort of started on that. I think the young ones on, let's say it again, TikTok, your reels and things like that, that was fun for a time. I personally have now handed the reins to somebody else to take control of that, and she is absolutely smashing it.
And that would be a staff member?
That would be a staff member.
Good
we were talking about this before, and I can't use the word abuse, so I'm not going to use that word.
Did you say abuse?
So we're going to use the word...
We're not using that word.
Utilise.
No, empower. Empower's the word.
Empower. We empower.
It's all in the way that we frame things.
It's all in the way that we frame.
frame.
So... if you can empower some of those young employees that work for you who roll their eyes at rolling dishes.
Who's rolling dishes? That's a great social media
that could be something.
reel, I think.
Who are doing the dishes, everything else. They are so tech savvy and they genuinely think it is the duck's nuts to spend a paid hour filming their friends at work doing fun things.
Yeah.
It is the cheapest way to pay a social media person because you're already paying them anyway. You're finding a dull time and it's really an incentive for them. So you're like, if you finish doing that task, guess what? You can film away. And they have an absolute blast doing it. And that to me has been a saving grace. And my number one thing is utilize the people around you if you are not savvy because they really, really want to do it. And they have a lot of fun doing it. And they can find, I don't know, the FYPs, I don't know, whatever it is. they find the music that it should be matched to.
That's the hardest part, finding the music.
And mine always end up like sex bomb, sex bomb. And I'm like, this is so inappropriate, but it's going up. So it's kind of like they want to do it and they have fun doing it. And I think also on the flip side, one, it builds community within your business. So especially if you've got new people coming through, we've had a lot of changes. They actually really get to know each other. They have fun at work, which is then really good for you in the future because you're keeping your staff. So that's great. But also too, it builds that morale, but it also gives an insight into your business from a customer point of view. So our media are doing all our socials and things like that. Our reach has gone through the roof lately. Like when I say through the roof, like it is well tripled to what we were about 2 months ago, which is incredible. And that is just people want to see people having fun.
I've
people
personally
want to
been
laugh.
enjoying it, to be honest.
Thank you.
You know, so
people want to see what's happening behind the scenes. They want to know what we're thinking. They want to know what each workplace entails, even if it's a boring task. They want to know about it, and people don't want to see a picture of a cup or they don't want to see a picture of a pretty wall, which, I mean, I like to see pictures of pretty walls, but that's just me. Particularly if it's Joanna Gaines's wall, I would.
There's a group that want to see pictures of cups, but
yeah, and maybe some feet.
maybe not the greater.
No, like maybe some feet. I don't know. However,
really
they want to feel like they're a part of it.
That is a good cup.
That is a good.
That's a good cup.
I like that cup. That is a nice cup.
That's a nice cup. Yep.
And yeah, people I think they almost feel connected to your business when they see that happening. So social media, as tedious as it is, there are tools, aka staff members, that you can empower around you that could take that.
How do you feel about
That's great.
having to do the same thing that everyone else is already doing or doing something different? Because I find I get to the point where I go oh, everyone's just doing the same person walking out on the street, calling out a name.
Yeah. Dance for a free coffee.
Coffee for Ben. And but I see it from all these different accounts. Like, well, everyone's just copying each other. And I get to the point where I'm like, I don't want to just have the same thing that other people are doing. And then I get stuck in this spot. I'm like, well, maybe I should just do the same thing that everyone else is doing. And I just get back in the circle. And I don't do anything.
Be
And
the
I'm having it. My last post was about Easter, you know. Let's go. Hey, Gosford's closed. Turgle's open. Go there.
No truer words are spoken of a business owner and their social media fight. Should I? Should I?
Yeah.
I don't want to copy that, but
Do you just copy? Do you just do it? Like,
some things, right? Some
People
things.
just look at the
You've had 3
same
times growth in
stuff
2 months.
every day.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that how that beach
I guess so.
place got popular? They're all feet. Look how popular that is. They're making tons of money. My muffin. Well, I really need some sleep. We're rolling plates and having muffins.
They're making a lot of muffins. That's going to be my new line for that business, for that cafe. That's a lot of muffins there.
I don't know. Yeah, day in the life of a muffin.
I bet they sell a lot of muffins.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
They sell a lot of muffins.
I'm in this for
You're the
muffins.
Legend Man.
Yeah, I'm roasting coffee just because I want more muffins.
There's a reel for you, the Legend Man. You are not the Muffin Man, the
I'm the
Legend
Legend
Man.
Man.
Right?
From
Do you know the
Gossie
Legend
Lane.
Man? And then you could have like Terrible Store, the Legend Man.
This
and
is
then
never
Gossip
going to get
Store.
posted.
Spooky.
Never.
Because they're going to talk about 10 ideas, and I'm going to come in with a little reality check. No one cares about your social media as much as you think. Get out of your own way
That's a
and
lie.
post it. Get out of your own way and post it.
why I don't do it.
No one cares about it. It's free real estate to put yourself in their mind. No one's going to go, oh my God, look at their shiny head because Caleb's sweating in that. Post it.
Oh, I said that.
Post it.
I literally
every other
thought that
account,
last
every
post.
other account that I had a shiny head.
Yeah, same.
Every other cafe is going to be posting it. Stop beating yourself up before you do it. Post it. You're going to do dumb stuff.
just
You're going to
too
do funny
kind.
stuff. You're going to do good stuff. You're going to do bad stuff. It's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post it. Get out of your own way. Do it. Sorry.
Love
Because
it.
otherwise you sit here
It's-
talking about
no, we were
ideas
coming out with
that are never
so
going to come
many
up.
great ideas.
This is why they don't like me, because I get angry at them.
No, we do like
We
the
appreciate you and your shiny head any day.
That's why I wear a hat, all right?
It's a righteous rant.
But it's one of those things, it's
Yes.
like we beat ourselves up as business owners going, oh, but what, oh, if, maybe they got better sound, they got better lighting, they had a better idea. If it looks fun and you did it, post it.
Just
Yeah,
post it.
touche.
Yeah,
Just
I think
post
that's good advice for businesses, right?
Get out of your own way.
Yeah.
Actually, off that,
Yeah.
and actually like a practical as opposed to fun, it is actually a really good way to let your customers know what's happening.
Yeah, and I think Elle, you do that really well.
Yeah.
You do the toasty of the month. I see that. I see the toasty of the month. I see the wild and mild.
I probably
Yeah.
can't take credit for this, seeing as I deleted social media last year.
But not your business though, right? Like personally, I think there is a
so-
delineation there.
I got a little bit time poor when I opened Erina, and Caleb, with all of his spare time, was so generous and offered to take over my social media.
Well, he's
She
passionate
gave me
about it,
free
obviously.
reign, so that's where you've seen all the weird stuff that happens on
Yeah.
But it's the same thing that we were talking about earlier, is like there's a few staff who are really engaged at Alicia's shop. So we have a group chat, they send other memes from other places or other reels or other ideas, or we could do it this way, send them all together, and then we go, cool, you got this time on, this Saturday, and then we're going to shoot them. But you have to have everything done, and then we're going to smash them out. But the thing for Alicia is like she hates social media, like pretty much every business owner.
Yes.
If you didn't have to do it, because I don't have to be on bar and I don't have all those things, I can get the enthusiasm for it. But it's really for Alicia's shop, what it is getting people to come into behind the bar with us and like behind the bar and what's happening with the team. So it's like you've got a video from your friend who's doing something dumb. So like literally I drink petrol station like random flavoured milks. It's kind of a thing that I'm like, oh.
I got a little nervous there for a second.
Not petrol station coffee, not petrol station coffee.
As well.
But like they'll be
I was
like,
oh my
coffee
god,
was
she
coming
said,
out.
I drink petrol station. I was like, ooh.
no, I saved it. But they'll drop like a super
kind of went
duper
pale,
oat
but-
milk or something. I'm like,
Okay,
yes.
oat milk, fine.
Yeah, but like a super duper oat milk. Of course I'm going to try it. And what I was doing before she gave me the reins to post it, I'd go into the girls and be like, let's steam it. Let's see what happens. Like, let's see if it lattes. And now there's a thing that anytime we have a dumb idea, it's like, will it latte? And it's just like,
There's
let's
been
put
some
it.
really bad ones.
But because we did Will It Latte, you now have a latte of the month
Yeah.
at Erina, where her team actually make a recipe, and the rules are you have to make your own syrup. We're not buying it in, you have to make it, and they make their own syrups now to do a latte of the month. So it evolves into this thing,
so
but it's
cool.
just lean into the cringe because
Great
why
idea.
not?
That sounds
Yeah,
very
great
empowering.
Yeah,
It is empowering. That's very empowering.
Definitely
You're
doesn't
right.
sound abusive.
empowering.
Empower.
Yeah.
Like that.
But also do try random milks, steaming them. It's heaps fun.
What about breast milk?
I've actually done it. No, I've actually done it.
I've heard it's a thing.
Well, yeah.
It's high in protein, I got told, but
Yeah.
it was.
I actually know a couple who's done it.
I just had a mate, and he was
I
like,
won't say it.
him and his partner were like, would you like steam it for us and make us a coffee? I was like, sure. It was the weirdest thing ever. But,
It is a little odd, yeah.
I just
had
say
one
yes to stuff. That's the
That's
dangerous
the most
part.
natural
People are
thing,
going to come.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
People are going to come at me with ideas now. I'm just like the yes guy. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Do you remember the couple that used to bring in their camel's milk at Erina? No, dead set. They
I
would
don't.
come in, buy 2 espressos, and then we would have to, Juzzy would have to steam the camel's milk.
I've got one question for you though, Han. Does it latte?
It latte'd, and it latte'd good.
Sometimes it
It latte
lattes
good.
where it like performs and looks good, and then you
Yeah.
taste it, and you're like, oh my God.
Caleb-
We've actually been sick multiple times. It's not good.
This
we
could
do
be
it so
a
you don't
good
have to.
addition to the alternative dairy.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll get it approved, but yeah.
Here's the marketing campaign, because that's my marketing hat, right?
Yeah.
The camel's milk. It'll get you over the hump. All right.
He's done.
Good.
All right, yeah? We got there. That was great advice. That was really great advice. Look, I'm at my last question, and then we'll throw it out to the guys in the room, which, by the way, best audience. This is so cool.
They're pretty good looking, hey.
When we put this room together, I did not envision that we would have a packed room that looked
I'll
like
take
this.
a picture of them just so
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
how pretty they are.
For socials.
All right, everybody.
Actually, yeah. Everybody.
Smile.
Yeah.
Say matcha. Beautiful. Got that. I'll send it to you later.
If you don't post that in the next 24 hours, I'm going to be annoyed now.
I'm not even going to send
Get
it
out
to
of your
you,
way.
so you
Don't
can't.
edit it. Just post it, man.
Get out of your way. See, I'm getting some stuff for the gram as well. There you go.
Matcha. No, I'm kidding. I hate that word.
Oh, I forgot to press record. There we go. What a boomer. What a boomer. Okay.
Need some
Wow.
camel's milk.
Dad.
All right.
That's so funny.
Not daddy, though. We will not touch that. Anybody up to date with the current affairs would know all about that.
My life won't be the same.
All right. Last question before we throw it out to the room.
Yes, Daddy.
And this is... I did ask for that, didn't
Wait,
I?
we can't cut that out, can we? No.
We
No, you
cannot.
can't cut any of this.
Really? We're firm on the no cutting.
Look, we could cut it out for the audio podcast
Okay.
that goes
No,
later,
no,
but
no,
we
leave it.
can't.
Wait, there's more after this?
Well, man, I'm not going to... Okay.
Okay, whatever. Sorry.
Let's just...
Move
yeah.
on.
All right, last question. Here we go. This one's a good one, I think. This is a hot topic.
Oh, God.
It's a hot topic. All right, so I think you will all be a little bit passionate about this, and I hope you are. All right, there's a growing sentiment that great customer service is becoming a lost art in hospitality. And I told you it was a hot topic. From your perspective or perspectives, what role does genuine, thoughtful customer service play in building a loyal customer base and a sustainable cafe business?
My mind hurts.
Oh, that is so
It hurts too much to answer that question. There's so many layers. Anybody like to start that one?
Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Come on, go on, Elle.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, customer service is so important. Like, we've built such a beautiful community. Just, I think Batto we started out with, but it's such a small space. People are forced to sit in front of you. They have no choice. They've got to sit there and chat. But we've built such a beautiful community from that. Like, most days you walk into Batto and you see one of my staff members holding some random person's kid and showing them how to make
Love
coffee.
that.
Like, no one in my staff has children, by the way. But it's just, I don't know, it's really lovely to get to know a little bit about all of our customers, and it makes the day go quick. And at Erina, like, we built the little experience bar so people can sit up there and have a chat. And you, like, people come and sit there, and whether it's like a kid coming to learn how to make their own baby chino or someone gossiping about what's going on in the office, but it's such a nice vibe just to get to know everyone and build a little community. And you get your people come in every single day, you might as well get to know them a little bit and be friendly. And even if you're having a shit day, it makes your day better.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. You don't really have a cafe or a community without having great customer service. I
Well,
don't
you
believe
do,
it's...
Han, but it's like, but great, not great.
Yeah, I
You
like...
can- Yep.
I
So
might
what
be
do
going-
all really good cafes have in common, right? Yeah, they've
They
got
get
great.
along.
Yes, they got great
Yeah.
coffee. Yes, they might have great food.
Yeah.
But you can have those two things. If you don't have customer
Yeah, it's
service,
true.
it falls apart, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. Except I will go on the fact that I don't think it's dead. Like, I
Dead.
don't think customer service is dead as yet. I think more than ever, with so much social media, with so much online, I think more than ever you're having to be more vigilant in speaking to people and getting to know people And like you said, creating those experiences where people can come along to get to know you. I know working in different places, and Glee even being one of them, you know, these people that you build these relationships with come and follow you where you go. And I think if you've got people following you just to see you, I think you're doing the right thing. And if that isn't happening, that might be something that you need to look at into the near future. It's also, I know we joke about personality hires, but like it is finding that personality. If you've got a particular way that you want your business in mind, what you stand for, your morals, whether it be the run of the mill of what everybody else is doing, you got to hold those. And when you're hiring people, you hire based on that.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's helpful.
It is helpful. Yes.
I think I'd love to add something on that, just from like hospitality. We have the pleasure as business owners. They've decided to walk in your door, and we need to cherish that opportunity to serve them. We're in the service industry. It's not about coffee. It's not about toasted sandwiches. It's not about matches. It's not about any of that. It's about service. So we have the opportunity, and it's creating environments where your staff feel enthused to serve. So it's literally service at the core of it. If I get good service, I'm a sucker for a salesman. Ask Alicia the amount of things that I bought that I didn't need to buy because someone took the time of day to talk to me about it and to go through it with me. Like a lot of the stuff that we've worked on with Alicia's store and her staff is if someone's looking at a retail shelf, engage. Do you make coffee at home? What do you do? And if you're not confident, then go, oh, let me grab this person who actually knows heaps and they can talk to you about it. Like it's that we have they've walked in the door. You've already done so much hard work, whether it's social media, whether it's word of mouth, all these things. That is a great opportunity that we have to serve them. So creating environments like that and allowing people to be enthused to serve is that. So yeah, I think regardless of product, it's all about service. Yeah.
I'd say like on that, like there's a service as like the person in front of you and giving them really connecting with them. But like the thought that sort of comes into my mind is you got to sort of know who, again, this came up earlier, but who is your customer, right?
Yeah.
You're going to give good service to anyone. You're going to smile. You're going to, make them a great coffee. But at the end of the day, you don't change things for people as well, right? You have your business, you have your menu, you have the way you do things and what your belief is of what your business should look like, and whatever that is, whether it's dining in, takeaways, whatever, products you're serving. Like we did 6 years with 2 milks, full cream and oat. That was it.
Wow.
Really?
That's all we did. Yeah. And we added almond because we opened in Terrigal, and we just kind of felt like
Terrigal.
if we're gonna.
We love
demographic.
Terrigal. We love Terrigal.
Yeah.
Well, I found a good almond that I really liked, so that helped as well. But we did our thing. We stuck to it, and some people don't like that. But we still gave them good service, and we would dialogue, and we'd tell them why we'd made that choice about pairing the coffees that we've really worked hard to source and roast, and we want to put it with, products that we believe is a taste that we enjoy. Like I can drink that. So it's like, actually, I don't really enjoy our coffee with that type of milk.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that. Some people don't like us because of that. You get the odd
And I feel like
3-star
roasters
review,
have
4-star.
that space to
Yeah.
do that as a roaster,
So that's what
as
we
a
do.
cafe.
And even as a cafe, it's different, but you have your menu. And so what I'm saying is like,
exactly.
you have the things that you do and you create. And if someone wants you to change the world for them, that's not actually customer service. You're actually doing a disservice to your business, really, because then you're creating this situation where, hey, it's quiet this time, and we'll make all these menu changes because it's a quiet day. But the next time they come in the middle of a rush,
Oh, I hate
and
that
they
so
want those
much.
same changes done, and you've got this chef in who's
I'm
this one,
reliving
and you're like,
this.
oh, can we do this again? And you're like, well, no, we don't do that. Oh, yeah, they did it last time, and it's like, so it's like, you got to really know what is your product, what is your business, what is your value of what you're creating. And over time, things might change. You might add almond milk in.
We soften as we get a bit older, don't we, Pete?
But hey, we added matcha
Don't.
into Terrigal,
Do not say the M word.
but I've not yet done it at the roastery.
Don't.
Okay.
You don't need to. Stick to your guns.
But it's really hard to do. Like, oh my gosh. Now people are coming in because they go to Terrigal and they come into us now at the roastery and they're like, oh, gee, the matcha? I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
you've
can I-"
kind
and they're
of
like,
set yourself up on that one.
Oh, no, but then it opens to cold foam. Has anybody heard of cold foam?
Yes, of course.
Oh, good, because I just learnt about it.
What is cold foam?
Thank you.
We actually did a video where it was like one of those Willet lattes, And one of the young girls was like, oh, they use cold foam. I'm like, nah, it looks like cream. So I just poured cream into a drink and drank it, and it was not. I was like, oh, okay, that's not what it was. And like, literally, I got so sick. And this video is like her going like, no, it's cold foam. And I'm like, old man being like, nah, it's just cream. What's cold foam? So yeah, cold foam's real.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. But, and then you can add all your different flavours into.
Oh, I've seen that on TikTok.
Biscoff ones.
It's a TikTok trend, guys.
I just want to touch on what Pete said there. Is like knowing your menu and your boundaries. Is having boundaries as a business operator doesn't mean you're bad or you're letting someone down. Is like it's identifying your customer base and knowing that you're going to serve them. Because if you break that parameter, you're going to put more pressure on your staff, and you might then put a weight on other people who just want what you do offer and they want what you do. So like having those fixed parameters and having the confidence. The biggest thing that I'll always say is we need to be more confident as business owners that they come to you because you build that menu. They come to you because you like serve your coffee that way. They come to you for all these reasons. So be confident enough to go, we don't do that, sorry.
Yeah.
Because there is other places they can go get it.
Yeah.
And that confidence is actually going to build more loyalty and more trust that all of you guys are probably seeing in your businesses over this time, because people know these guys stick to it. They back themselves and they know what they do. Coffee has been seen as just coffee. We're now getting to a spot where we're starting to see cuisines within coffee, because coffee isn't just coffee. Sometimes I want a really chocolatey, like flat white. Sometimes I want a light, crazy coffee over here. Like there is depth and there's diversity, and they're not better or worse. They're just different. So having that point of difference is a really strong thing. So yeah, have confidence in that. That's awesome.
What I found, one of the things I found with having the two milks, which was probably the most interesting, was we had a reason to it and everyone knew the reason. So you could educate the customer politely in that situation why. We're in a situation where they can't just go next door to another cafe, so we do have a unique spot where that was, they've got to drive to get somewhere else.
You're
so
at a roastery.
So it's a bit of like,
you're
kind of stuck here, you're going to buy a coffee regardless. But what they would do is like we'd chat to them about why we choose this milk, then they would try it for the first time because they didn't have the other option. So instead of having like 6 milks and they just always get the one they want, they never try the oat milk because they always get soy. And they just don't even try it. This time they would try it. And then in that moment of service that we gave them, they actually, oh, wow, that's actually quite good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And in that moment, we just broke through, like, we built so much trust with that person. And 100%. That person became a customer, regularly that happened. That someone would try their oat with us for the first time. They might have had it somewhere else. We'd have a dialogue. We'd say, oh, look, different oat milks, different coffees, give us a go. I might offer it to them for free or not charge the extra add-on, but... It just built in that first
Caleb's
encounter.
like, yes, definitely charge them.
Everyone needs a
Yes.
Caleb, honestly.
Definitely. And it's true. It is true.
He's
Generally,
the
they'd always
Shanae
pay
of my
though.
life. Charge him. Even if you're a friend, charge him.
Yeah. I'd always find though, if I said to them, hey, look, you can have the coffee on the house. I'd rather you walk out the door with a coffee than without a coffee and try it and maybe, come back. They would still pay. They just want to pay. They're like, oh no, I'll pay. Okay, cool, fine, whatever.
But that shows that confidence. You're backing yourself and your product. You're like, I know that we've made these decisions, because you're not blindly picking what goes on your menu.
Yeah.
Like all of the good cafe operators and all of the good roasters aren't blindly just going, oh, let's pick that because they're like, you're testing things, you're trying things, you're picking these things for a reason. Back yourself.
And you do it well and you provide that opportunity, and then
100%.
the trust is there. And that trust and that's rapport that you built. Like that's just timeless.
Yeah, 100%.
I love that. And one final follow-up question. On a practical note, when somebody walks to your counter, into your cafe, to your counter, what does a good front of house operator do? What does that look like for you guys as cafe owners?
Avoid eye contact and don't switch.
Make them feel really uncomfortable and be like, what are you doing here?
Slouch.
Slouch.
And what do you want?
Greet them. You don't have to serve them straight away, but you acknowledge that they're there.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, just give me a minute. I'm just going to finish this. Whatever it is, however you say it, whatever your style is. But it's always just once they're acknowledged, they'll happily stand there for 2 minutes and wait to actually have their order taken. And I think most people kind of realise that we know as operators that the reason I'm making you wait is it's keeping me fast so that you're having a fast experience as well.
Yeah.
Because if I stop doing this now, I'm actually going to delay you getting your coffee, which you'll get in 3 minutes, 4 minutes from now. But if I stop now, you actually get it in 6 minutes. And it's because you're going to take me out of the flow. So there's a reason to it. But that greeting, and also once you've greeted them, the rest of the team who have their backs turned or whatever they're doing, they're in different sections.
It's the code word
once you
to
say
get to the
hi,
till.
yeah. they spark up and they turn around.
We'll be
and they
with
take
you
the
in
order.
1
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Hey, how you going? Won't be a sec. Meanwhile, someone runs out the back.
Literally.
Like,
yeah.
guys, that's your
Yeah.
cue. That
Yeah.
is the cue. Come on.
Yeah, never underestimate a smile. That's all I have to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Like, just smile, acknowledge, even a how's your day going. People it's your opportunity to have interaction other than a financial interaction. And I think people, if you can just remember someone's face, I think that often means the world to them.
Yeah.
That is really good advice. On that note, that's all my questions, guys. Let's give the panel a round of applause for this one. And while we're clapping, let's clap for me. No.
Yes,
My brother and fellow business owner of Glee Coffee Roast has actually been behind the scenes tonight. Chris, let's give him a clap.